suspense for hours. You can do this, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
Yo, Keita, what's your question? Come on.
Byrd, do you want to bond with me?
Uh-huh.
Do you want to bond with me?
You know I do. Keita, what's your question?
Baby, can we bond right now? Yes.
Wait a minute, wait.
What?
Who told you to change the lyric? See, that's why we can't do it.
Come
I ain't doing it. Forget it.
Babe, no, let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I'm out.
Boom.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Happy what? November. Listen, you're this close to Thanksgiving, y'all. You see the fall colors? I can't wait. Oh my God, I'm setting up my menu. I'm so excited. Hi, Nathan.
She's excited.
Are you excited? Are you excited about, about Thanksgiving?
You can tell from my
And your birthday's coming up at the end of the month?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. You know, it doesn't seem so intense in your 60s. You know what I mean?
Why?
Like when you're 30 and one day you're gonna be 35, you're like, yeah, every birthday is like that. When you're over 60, it's like, damn.
No, you have to look at the glasses half full. First and foremost,
my cup is running over.
No.
Hi, happy birthday.
It's not his birthday. His
Not yet.
birthday
End of the month.
is November 29th.
Hi, Martha.
His birthday is November 29th at the end of the month. However, you don't get excited about birthdays. I get excited about birthdays. So if I'm excited, you have no choice but to be excited.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. So, okay.
So what I wasn't excited about was Halloween.
Why not?
Because I'm not used to dressing up. Like, I don't really feel like dressing up. How was your Halloween weekend? Like, I know like parties were going on all weekend. Sunday was Halloween.
Mm-hmm. Did you just ask how was my Halloween weekend?
No, I'm asking.
Oh, you're asking them.
Yeah.
How was your Halloween weekend? Because ours was pretty good. We actually went to a friend's, our friend Jimmy G, DJ extraordinaire.
Yeah.
We went to his Halloween party, which was very nice. They had karaoke there and plenty of pizza and plenty of
candy
and a lot of candy and a lot of drinks.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Drinks and candy.
Drinks and candy. Candy and drinks.
What a powerful combination.
So let's start off with Halloween, like costume wise.
Okay.
I want to put like the best costumes that I thought was, really hot.
Okay.
All right.
And go ahead.
The
best Halloween costume. So there was some that you liked. So Jody,
so
we can start off by
looks.
showing some of the ones she liked.
Yes, Tiana Taylor.
Who that?
She killed it. She like Tiana and Iman, the basketball player. They have their new reality show.
Ah, okay.
Yes, with Judy. Oh my gosh, her body is so sick. Oh my gosh, she killed this look. Let's go to the next look.
Needless to say, I don't get to say about it.
So
Doja Cat, sick.
Doja Cat.
I know who Doja Cat is. You mentioned her before.
Yeah, she dressed it like, I think, what is she, like a Rugrat girl? What does she play in the middle? I don't know who she is in the middle. I know who she is on the ends, but
Joey, you got to help us out here. Got to help us out because
I don't know.
If she don't know, I don't know.
That was super cute. And then
so wait a minute. Let me see if I got this right. Are you saying fashionably is cute? Because the whole thing about Halloween and Halle Berry. No, the whole thing about Halloween that is like, I want you to look like a character that I recognize.
Yeah,
do we have any Squid Game people? Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, Miss Bellum Powerpuff Girls. Did you watch Powerpuff Girls?
No.
So you have no idea who that is.
No.
I have no idea who that
But
is.
a lot of people
Is that the one on the end, Joey?
They put real imaginations to their costumes. Take a look at another what?
Okay. All right. There you go.
Now that was brilliant.
Right. Now who that?
So that's Carucci.
And who that?
Chris Brown's ex. So she was dressed like the bottle.
This is
what?
This is her claim to fame, and she's dressed like the bottle
that she's holding.
Okay, that's
Rachel from Spain.
That's fine. Hey, Rachel, what's up? Hola, from España.
Throw up another one.
Yeah, please. I have no clue. So that's right, Jay.
Yes. So you got Kim.
Nice
K,
outfit. Who's she?
Kim K slaying it. You got Lala Anthony, and then Normandy in the middle. So I think Normandy was a fairy person. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Do me a favor. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey. You can take that down now. Do me a favor. Step back for a moment, okay? Let a pro show you how to handle this. Joey, could you send show the ones that I sent you? Oh, look at there. Yeah, see? Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah.
Looking like what's her name from 101 Dalmatians?
That's right. Cruella DeVille. And she did her own thing on that. And on the other side, that's the Spike one from Hellraiser. From the movie Hellraiser.
That's Megan Thee Stallion?
No, I don't know if that's Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know who it is. You know what? If you really dressed like it, I shouldn't be able to tell who you were. Okay, see, Joey says yes. Okay, Joey, show us some more. Show us some more. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so to your far left, you have Grace Jones.
Right.
Okay, I forgot who portrayed that. Then you have Janelle Monáe as the Grinch. Yeah.
Oh, she did a great job.
Then you have Kerry Washington as the guy Jin Hyun from the Squid Games. And then you have my man,
John Legend.
He really did it, John Legend and Chrissy and their family as the Addams family. I wish we could see that one closer because, man, that
she played character. She does not smile or nothing. The little girl?
The little girl played Wednesday, okay?
Oh, my gosh.
And there may be something wrong with her. But that's not the point. Okay, that's Halloween.
Well, someone who got dragged on social media was Rick Lenthal or something like that. Yeah. Liventhal. Yeah. So he dressed up as Alec Baldwin. And
so you need to fully explain what does that say down there? So he said Kelly celebrated her Native American heritage. I don't know who Kelly is. And I celebrated the great American film actor Alec Baldwin.
So first and foremost,
in what? In Alec Baldwin in what? Because he could have been.
That was a bad joke. Because he dressed like the picture that Alec was filming.
Right.
He dressed like the character.
Right. We sort of got that. That's the reason that everybody's a little upset. But this is the really crazy part. Why didn't you just say you were John Wayne? Why didn't you just say you were Clint Eastwood? Why didn't you just say you were Randolph Scott? Anybody, okay? Any cowboy would have done.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, Rachel. What an asshole.
Exactly.
Oops. Rachel, this is for you, because I wouldn't have said that if I wasn't reading your comment. Anyway.
But yeah, so remember we told you that that Alec Baldwin was he accidentally shot the director and the actor
and the cinematographer.
Yes, and she unfortunately passed away. But the new details,
Helena Vigil, I think,
the girl in the middle, the woman in the middle, and he was distraught by it. But new news, I guess.
New evidence has come to light that that
the gun was loaded.
The gun was Well, we know that the gun was loaded. However, that the crew had used the gun before in shooting cans somewhere. So again, we talked about this before, how ridiculous it is for you to have a load. Yes, she deserved a safe workplace, absolutely. But how ridiculous it is for you to have a loaded firearm on the set of a movie. Okay. You for God's sakes, you can make dragons appear out of nowhere. You can't pretend that the gun fired.
I'm still like in awe that real guns were being used on a set of a movie. So
it is asinine at best and tragic at its worst. Okay. Speaking of which, Reverend Jesse Jackson was hospitalized again after a fall, hitting his head during a Howard University visit. Okay. He was there in support of student protests of dorm conditions for the last few weeks, including issues of rodents and mold and flooding in the buildings and stuff.
Did he
really? No. Here's my question: did you really need Jesse Jackson to come down for your protest about conditions in your dorm?
Like, how old is Jesse Jackson?
What,
like
200 years
actually
old?
Like sitting down and like he's done so much for the Black community.
I just want to tell you kids that the rats and the roaches will not take over because Jesse's here with a dog named Rover. Anyway,
you sound kind of like
yeah, thanks. So anyway, moving right along. Hey, here's the deal. Here's an interesting aside. Yeah, whatever. Here's an interesting aside. Both he and his wife, Jacqueline, were hospitalized recently with COVID. This was back in August. All right. So once Jesse, who was vaccinated, was released from the hospital, he entered a rehab facility to deal with Parkinson's disease. So it's been a hell of a year. So, I mean, it's been a hell of a summer for Jesse. First, COVID, Parkinson's, and now you fall on your head.
Yeah, he needs to chill.
I think you need to chill and take a pill, if you will. You like that? Do you? Okay. There you go.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So moving along to...
my best to Jesse and Mrs. Jackson.
Elon Musk. Is that how I say it?
Sorry, Miss Jackson.
Elon Musk?
Elon Musk.
Okay, the Tesla guy, right?
The Tesla guy.
Yes.
There he is.
So
Mr. Goofball
he's been dragged in, some news on Twitter that 2% of his wealth is $6 billion, right?
Okay.
So if he could,
I'll take that. So
people were complaining about world hunger, I guess. And they were saying that, they raised $8 billion or something, some crazy number. But this was his response. If WFP can...
WFP, the World Food People. Go ahead.
Is that what it stands for?
I don't know what it stands for.
Oh, my God. Okay.
World Food Program. I was close. The world food.
Oh my God.
The world food peeps.
Well, yeah. So he responded, if you can give the exact...
Rachel, we're gonna throw you out of here. You keep putting that up. Go ahead.
If WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell my Tesla stock right now.
All right, he will sell his Tesla stock right now and do it. Okay.
But they haven't responded.
You know what? I tell you what. We say, and Elon Musk replied to them, said, please publish your current and proposed spending in detail so people can see exactly where the money goes. Sunlight is a wonderful thing. It casts such a light on anything that it hits. But I'll tell you what. I don't know how you folks feel, but this is how I feel about it. All right. If you are being thrown that challenge, okay, what happens if they can't seem to prove that it will eradicate hunger? I don't think $6 billion will eradicate hunger on this entire planet. I just don't believe it. However, it was an example to you of how your wealth, how 2% of your net worth, okay, could be used to help cure world hunger, to help cure world hunger. You know, so what about me, Martha? What am I? The chicken liver here? Nice hat, Byrd.
Showing a little shoulder.
Sheesh, the guy can't catch a break, dear. Not even from his producer, who's getting ready to get fired for showing their knee. Anyway, smart debunker hat.
So moving on to Britney Spears. So her father, Jamie Spears, is the lawyers of Britney Spears is demanding. Okay, so,
right, not to be confused with her brother Broccoli Spears. But go ahead.
What does broccoli have to do with Jamie?
Go ahead. Forget about it. It was just a bad joke.
Okay, so you know, like how he abruptly decided to give the conservatorship back to Britney Spears.
Yeah, got it.
So the attorney is actually saying that he had cameras in her bedroom, and I'm sorry.
This calls for a song. He's got cameras in a bedroom, and it takes away the night gloom. It's her father.
First of all, why do you have cameras in your daughter's bedroom? That's creepy enough.
Because you got cameras in the. All right, guys. But what else?
But the former security guard recalls being urged to delete an audio recording, and I think we have a video.
We do?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Don and one of the agents working with him came into my office and handed me the audio recording device and a USB drive and asked me to wipe it. I had them tell me what was on it. They seemed very nervous and said that it was extremely sensitive, that nobody can ever know about this, and that's why I need to delete everything on it so there's no record of it. That raised so many red flags with me, and I did not want to be complicit in whatever they were involved in, so I kept a copy because I don't want to delete evidence.
Hold on. Time out. Throw that comment up.
What, from
Joey?
Carol?
Yeah.
All right, you guys are so cool, and I'm having a great time. Why aren't you answering any of my questions?
I would love to answer one of your questions.
Me too.
But moving on, until we could get your question, moving on to Texas Longhorns coach girlfriend. Okay, do you know about the story that
the girlfriend
the girl
of
with the
the
monkey?
coach of the Texas Longhorns?
Yes, this woman is like she's being.
Wait a minute. Which one's the girlfriend?
Ooh,
so go ahead.
So she is actually being accused of like she had like this thing for Halloween and her monkey attacked the kid. So she went above and beyond, just something like I would do, and tried to prove this point. Let's show this clip.
Sad that people have to go all out of the way to prove that a person is lying. Here's the gate. Here's where all the haunted house action happened. And yes, I do clean up fast. The shit's gone. Here's the gate that every child and parent was told to turn around at when they got to. It was closed and blocked off with balloons. This is how far the kid went in my backyard without permission, all the way over here to where my animals live. And watch this. I don't even play when it comes to my animals, and I know all the legal rules on them. Do not enter emotional support animal, no touching. How can she viciously bite someone if they don't stick their hand in there where it don't belong? This is her home and her home only. It's already clear as day on the gate. Don't touch. No one's allowed back here without my permission. And it.
So I I agree with her, actually.
I just have one question.
What?
Ooh, girl, where's your monkey at?
What?
Don't you know that I got a big old bat? I bash your monkey in the head. If he come near me now, all I need is a reason now.
Okay, Carol's question. Carol's question. My question is, Byrd, is Judy coming back to broadcast TV, or is she strictly on streaming? I miss her new shows. Thanks for taking the time to answer. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the answer. She is coming back. She's continuing to be in reruns on broadcast TV. She's going to be on streaming on IMDb TV. So you got to download that and figure out how to do that. I'm not here to tell you. And I'm glad you missed her new shows, and glad I was able to take time to answer. Next!
Damon Dash and Jay-Z.
She said what she said. That's right. What'd you say, Lanny? That was pretty clear. I made that pretty clear, didn't I? Obviously, somebody ain't been reading the trade papers, you understand?
Yes, Judy is so last year.
So last year. What's up?
Okay, Damon Dash and Jay-Z.
Brother John, how you doing? I was just looking at the Brett Harrelson card the other day. Okay, bye, Karen. Yep.
Oh my God.
All right, so good.
So Damon Dash and you know
Damon Dash.
Yeah. So they used to be partners. You know Rockefeller?
Is that like Dine and Dash? No. Okay. So what about him? Rockefeller. Yeah, Rockefeller. That Jay-Z owned. I'm up on it. I'm with it. Dame Dash and Jay-Z. Dame Dash and
so
Jay-Z.
he wants to issue an apology basically to Jay-Z. And like because first he was really upset, and this feud has been going on for years and stuff, but like
Go ahead.
Anyways, it was listen, I'm going to say what he said.
Okay.
I know we don't see eye to eye, but I can never erase our accomplishments. And I appreciate you and thank you for that. And no, that was what Jay-Z said. So Dame responded, it was beautiful, admitting he was surprised to hear his one-time friend mention him. I'm glad you said it was for the culture. We need to squash everything. So hopefully it is that is extended an olive branch.
What's up,
I'll
Nate?
spend one back. Life is too short, to be mad at people.
Let's just kiss and say goodbye. That's all. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Take it from me.
Yeah. She did you dirty, Petra.
Listen, don't listen. All right. Hi, Virginia. Miss you too. But see, here's the thing about it. Dame, this is for you. Jay-Z, this is for you. Sometimes you gotta just agree to disagree and move on. You know what I mean? Because life is too short. What's meant to happen
That's Damon
will
Dash.
happen. That's Damon?
Yeah.
All right. Then you didn't need my advice. You already made a meme.
So do you know that Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson is allegedly dating? They were spotted at Knott's Berry Farm on a roller coaster holding hands. Yes, but I don't know if they're dating. Like she did this huge SNL skit, right? Mm-hmm. And wait, is that them on a carpet?
That's them on a carpet. That's supposed to be them in Aladdin, right? Oh. That's supposed to be Princess whatever her name is and Aladdin.
Maybe she's getting
This is a musical. This is a musical show, and let
me make my point.
Sure, go ahead.
Maybe she's taking homage from her younger sister Courtney, that's dating Travis Barker, and now she's not into the black guys anymore, and she's dating Pete.
Okay. Here's my thing. I'm not even sure what Pete is. Okay, but I am gonna tell you right now. Pete ain't your average white guy. But here's what I got to say for them in terms of that. Never mind. Made me lose my train of thought. I had a nice song for them too. Forget about it. Forget it.
You know what? Whatever.
Oh, this is for Pete. Pete is the Return of the Mac. Oh Lord, it turned. Oh my God, there he go. No. He's the return of the Mac. This guy is macking. You don't get it?
No.
You don't get it?
No.
Listen, Joey. If you get an opportunity, please hit my wife to how many people Pete's been hanging out with lately. What, right? Who is it? Ariana Grande?
That was so long time
ago. No. That wasn't so long ago. That was earlier this year.
No.
Or something like that. No. Okay. And even if it was 2020, all right, well, it wasn't 2019. All right. The guy is macking. All right. Hey, listen. No, I don't have to stop it. Leave me alone. Anyway, too merch for me. It's too merch.
Whatever.
Laddie says too merch for her. Too merch.
Okay.
I like that. But geez, I tell you, this guy Pete, he's all over the place. He's all over the women there, and some of us guys are going, "Hey, Petey."
Well, if they are dating, congratulations, Kim and Pete. What would their
Let me tell you now.
Let me tell you. Like, you know how you mush names together?
Yeah.
What would
Pekin? Pim.
Really?
Pete. I don't know. Her name is Kim.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, whatever.
Davidson. Okay.
So there's gonna be a little bit of trouble on the Dancing with the Stars set.
Just a little bit.
Because I think
no. Excuse us just a second.
What?
I told you 1,000 times how to lead into a story. She put the thing up and you're supposed to do what's not supposed to happen. You understand? They ain't supposed to make no sound. And then we go into the story. Okay? Thank you. We're back.
Anyway.
So
go ahead. You lead into the story.
This next story has a sound all its own. Check this out. No, there is nothing wrong with our show. The sound is still there. There was something wrong at Dancing with the Stars, though.
And somebody's about to get fired.
A couple of people probably lost it. Yeah, man, you are done. You're done here.
Oh my God.
Finished.
Yeah, like they had sound.
Can you see excuse me, Tyra. Excuse me, Mr. Soundman. Come here for just a second. And I just wanted to tell you this private. You're fired! Okay, let's go. No. But I heard, right?
What?
Right? I heard that that wasn't there something that happened between her and another day. Oh, one of the dancers, one of the contestants got
she got sick. Yeah.
She got sick, and I wish we had that footage. And she got sick, and she had to throw up. Okay, now nobody in the known world except the audience would have known.
Tyra just
would have known about it, but Tyra spit it all out and just kept talking about the whole thing.
Yep.
You know, and so there's a theory by my good friend Sherry Shepard that she knows who turned off the mic.
All right, guys.
Anyway,
so do you want to go into Tinking Tuesday?
It's time for Tinking. Tinking Tuesday. You tink on Tuesday. Gotta keep on tinking.
Gotta
tink on thinking on Tuesday. Tinking.
What's the question you got?
Yo, man. So the other day, me and the missus decide we're going to go out and have a little snack. Okay. And we went to it's not one of my favorite places, but I can deal with it. And some of you know it. It's called In-N-Out Burger. Look at this. You see all the cars there? This is what we pull up on. Show them another picture. Show them another picture about this In-N-Out Burger. You see all the cars parked out there? All the cars. You know how long it took us to get a burger at In-N-Out Burger? It took us an hour and a half, right? Okay, somewhere near an hour and a half. Help me out when you can, girl. Anyway. So
what's the question?
The question that we have today is In-N-Out Burger. Who said? Who says? Or says who?
So
In-N-Out Burger.
Pick me. I know why they call it In-N-Out Burger.
Tell me why they call it In-N-Out Burger. Ding.
Okay, so maybe they call it In-N-Out Burger because it's a laxative. In and out. Like, so instead of taking like Miralax or milk of magnesia, you eat a burger.
So on the East Coast, it would be known as Whiteout.
White Castle.
In Castle, Whiteout. Okay. Listen, if any of you,
I don't know if any of my people. I don't even like the burgers though. I don't even like them.
No. You never know. Let me try to help you. You never know when this person or this institution may become your sponsor. We like In-N-Out Burger. We just want it faster. We like to get in and out. Okay? Not in and out. Okay? And White Castle, we still love you. White Castle of belly bombers. You're damn right, man.
And you
You're damn
only
right.
eat them, right, Martha? You only eat them at night.
After the party.
After the party.
Right. I don't care how much food they had at the party. See, in New York, if you party right and you party till 4 a.m, where you going to get something? White Castle.
And you got to get your burgers steamed. You got to get them steamed.
That's right.
Lord.
And make sure you get 2 flare fish with cheese tartar and ketchup. That's the winner. Chicken dinner. Anyway, that's it for In-N-Out and for Tinking Tuesday this week. What else are we talking about?
We got a special guest in the house.
We got a guest?
Yes.
Shut the front door.
You want
to
introduce him?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman needs no introduction. Oh, okay. But I'll give him one anyway. I got a friend. He's a good friend. His name is stop it. His name, Joey. His name is Tyrone DuBose, like W.E.B. Du Bois. And like W.E.B. Du Bois, he is a historian. This man knows more about R&B music than any other single individual I know on the planet.
Yeah.
Except for, that's right, moi. All right, answer when you can. Pick up when the thrill hits you. Anyway, his latest book, and maybe his only, okay, is The 4 Seasons of R&B Music. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my good friend Tyrone DuBose.
Yay!
Hey guys, how you doing?
What's up?
I just have to say that was so funny. First of all, about the White Castles, he's right with the fish. You got to make sure you do it that way. That was true. But the In-N-Out thing, I was trying to compose myself. I was trying to make sure you guys didn't call me out. That was hilarious.
In-N-Out Burger. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tyrone DuBose.
Honestly though, don't you think that In-N-Out is like supposed to be in and out? Like, what? Do you like your burgers?
I liked it figuratively, but when you said literally, it just put me in a whole different place.
I've been trying to discourage that whole literally thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Tyrone, okay. When I said we needed a guest this week, somebody said You better call Tyrone. So man, before we get into your latest accomplishments, of which there are many, you know, you're an actor, you are a voiceover person and instructor and actor, and but this book, man, I have devoured this book, okay, because like, you know, this is my whole childhood and part of my adulthood, man. You know, just the stuff that you mentioned in here, okay. But what you do is, which is wonderful. You actually have your you give some historical perspective to like the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and then you give your top 5 one-hit wonders. Okay, which are great. You got your honorable mentions, and then you have the top acts of each decade, man. So right away, I gotta know, all right, because James Brown figures prominently in the 60s and then again in the 70s, which should come as no surprise. But you know, some of the other cats that you have, you know, like Otis Redding, Brooke Benton, from the 60s, Wilson Pickett, you know, what is it that surprised you the most in putting this book together about the artists that you cover?
Yeah, let me begin first of all thanking both of you. You know, I love you both so much. I'm so glad to be on here, and thank you for having me on. I think the thing for each decade surprised me. I think the biggest one though was in the 70s, and that was really hard. If you notice in the one-hit wonders, I couldn't make up my mind. I couldn't just pick 5, so I kept saying that there were people who were tied there because it was really hard for me to try to figure out, you know, who really deserved that part. But the biggest surprise for me in the 70s were the Jackson 5, of having 28 singles on the chart and 25 of them went into the top 10. That was a surprise to me.
That's a beast of a group, man. You know,
yeah,
that was insane. You know, now let me ask you this: which artist would you say had the most influence? 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s?
Oh, that's a good question.
I would say the biggest artist that had the most influence was James Brown. Because James Brown had he's had the most sampled artist in history. He was one of the most sampled in history. So I'd say James Brown in that regard. But what's unique, what made it hard about that with James Brown is that, you know, he was good on the pop charts until he made the song I'm Black and I'm Proud. And then it shut down for him for 25 years on the pop chart, reaching the top 10 of the pop charts.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 25 years?
He never reached the top 10 of the pop charts again until Living in America in 1988.
Get out of here. So the big payback, no.
No.
I don't want nobody give me nothing. Open up the door. Not that.
Nothing.
Like a sex machine, moving, doing it.
None of it. None of his songs. And part of the reason of that was because if you cross over to the pop chart, particularly being a black artist, that means that both whites and blacks are buying your music. And that's part of the problem. So they were buying his records with I Feel Good and, you know, all of those records in the early and mid and late 60s. But once he made I'm Black and I'm Proud, that actually made the top 10, but he never touched the top 10 again after that.
Wow.
That just goes
all right. What about
Ray Charles?
I'm gonna tell Stevie you did that, Byrd. I'm gonna tell him. Tell him.
you know how crazy Stevie is. Stevie gonna go.
Yeah, he is.
I didn't see it at all.
The 70s for Stevie was really good, but you know what? He did really well in the 70s. But was the hardest part for me was the 80s, because many people believe that Michael Jackson actually was number one, but he actually reached number 3 on the R&B charts, but just barely. Stevie Wonder actually was bigger by just, not by much, with bigger than Michael Jackson in the 80s.
Yeah, Stevie had
Oh
some.
my
Stevie
God.
had some like cookers in there, man. You know, he had some albums that was just like, you know, and you had to wait so long for a Stevie Wonder album that it was like you was gonna buy it on spec. You know.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, he was huge.
All right, talk to us about the ladies of the 80s.
Well, here's what's unique. Many people don't know that Aretha Franklin was the queen of soul in the 70s, but in actuality, she was actually bigger. She was actually the queen of soul in the 80s as well. She was actually bigger than Whitney Houston. She was bigger than Anita Baker.
Oh my
Patti
God.
LaBelle.
What you mean? What?
She was bigger than all of
Bigger
those.
than Anita Baker.
She was bigger, but not by much. Not by much. The actually person that was almost bigger than Aretha Franklin was none other than Stephanie Mills. She almost wasn't by much. Yeah. According to the R&B charts, she was actually bigger than everyone else. Now, Whitney gained her traction in the 90s, of course, just like a lot of other artists like Usher. You know, they did the same.
Wow. That's crazy.
You know,
Shaking
but
my
no,
head.
No. You know, you'd be surprised because there are different charts and different people chart differently on different charts. On the R&B charts, you could be like number one for 50 weeks. But
Right.
you know, on the pop charts, okay, which was that crossover chart, you know, you may spend a week at number one if you get
And the
there.
biggest part of that is, like, for example, with in the 80s, the big talk was who was bigger, Luther Vandross or Freddie Jackson. The truth of the matter is, between the two, Freddie Jackson was actually bigger on the R&B charts. He had more number ones than Luther did. But on the pop charts, Luther was bigger because he crossed over more than Freddie Jackson did.
What you say?
If you've been to a Luther concert, you know what he would always say, just like the record. And it's true. He sounded exactly like the song.
Listen, I don't know about you, but when I go to a concert, man, I want you to sound like the record. You ever notice how they speed it up when they're at the can't fool myself, I don't want nobody else to live. You be like, what's your rush? You know, take your time, Luther.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's talk about like your recent endeavors.
Yes.
You won an award. Was it last week? Week 4?
Yeah, it was the Hollywood African Prestigious Award. I made history from winning the Voice Actor Award, being the first person winning the Voice Actor Award, and then winning lead actor in a film. And it was really good. I was totally shocked, but it was almost like vindication to some degree. It makes you realize your hard work and effort. You know, people recognize and notices it, and it was a good crowning moment for me. It really made it was probably one of the biggest highlights I've had in my career.
Are they still doing unsungs?
They are, but what they're doing is a bit unique now because what they're doing is having more of the artists doing it. I've got a couple to do that I can't mention yet, but they are doing.
Give us a spoiler. Give us a spoiler.
The biggest problem with Unsung, however, is two things. One, you know, some of these artists aren't exactly in an unsung category per se, and the other part of that is that a lot of artists really don't want their story told because it tells both the good and the bad.
Right.
Well, that's like I never understood why the Whispers were considered to be unsung. Now, they might have been mistaken for somebody else, but I'm like, the Whispers for 60 plus years. Ain't nobody been more sung than them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I had a recent interview where they asked me who was the unsung in which I think of the most, in which I did. And I have to say it was probably Martha Wash, because she had 3 #1 songs and didn't get credit for any of them. And, you know, she got paid, you know, but the pay didn't match the pain, obviously, of that for her.
Tell us
And
one song that she did. That'll surprise everybody because I know her name. Tell them one song that she did that
everybody dance now. She did that one.
Everybody dance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when you saw the lady in the video, she was pretending that she was singing the song, but it wasn't her. It was actually Martha Wash.
Yeah, Martha did.
And it was probably one of the most uncomfortable unsongs I did because I had to tell a truth that I thought was pretty difficult. And I thought that they would have been upset because I said, look, let's just tell the truth. The only reason why they didn't want to say anything about her was because of her weight. They didn't want that part, to be a part of the show. And that was hard.
But now the big girls are in, the curves are in.
And who said that was their cartoon dad? Did we just have somebody come on and say that they were? Yes, he would. You're absolutely correct. A cartoon dad, he'd be hilarious. You know somebody named Kenya?
No.
Okay. All right. My bad.
Well, it was great having you. Like, we are pressed for time, but you have to come back. You have
I
to
certainly
come back.
will. I'm so glad to see you. I was good to see you guys a couple of weeks ago. I love you both dearly.
Man,
Yes.
we just touched the tip of the iceberg as to the extent of your knowledge. But ladies and gentlemen, I want you to get this book.
How can they get in contact with you and get your book?
My book is on Amazon. It's back in the top 10 again. It reached #1 for 6 straight weeks, which was great. It's now back in the top 10, which is good. And you can find the book on Amazon.com.
Yeah, but did it reach number one on the pop chart? No, I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding.
Tyrone DuBose said, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm at #1 on the Pop Tarts. On the Pop Tarts. There ain't no strawberries in the Pop Tarts, man. We had that last week.
I'm gonna text Byrd later.
Bye.
Don't say nothing about my mama. I love you, man.
Oh my gosh, he is like,
yes, he is.
Amazing.
He's a wealth of knowledge, man. And
That's
I'm telling y'all, get this book.
Who knew Stephanie Mills?
It's just full of interesting facts like that.
Aretha Franklin, Whitney Houston, and somebody else. Stephanie Mills?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
One-hit wonders. The Rain by Orange Juice Jones. I saw
Orange Juice Jones?
Orange Juice Jones. You don't know nothing about it? Falling in the rain.
No. Okay, y'all. It's time for some reality talk. All right, y'all. So, y'all.
I always hate that because Joey never give me enough time with that intro to drink my beer. Thanks for nothing, Joey.
You can still drink your beer.
Thanks for nothing.
Drink up. Okay, y'all. So y'all know that we were talking about 90-day, Married at First Sight. So, it's coming down to the wire. We are not sure of what couple is going to make it.
Of course, Marvin Gaye's in the book. What do you mean, music lover? All right, go ahead. So, yes, you were saying, dear.
So there are 5 couples, right? 5 couples. And
Cinco.
I'm not too sure about first and foremost, I want to say
there they are. Those are the 5 couples.
But I think Mirla and Gil are going to make it hands down. Yes. Like at first, like y'all were talking, you were like, no way, she's too bougie and stuff like that. And I was straight on, and I still am going to say that they are the only ones that's going to make it. Maybe even the Spanish couple. The Hispanic couple? What's his name?
Jose and Rachel.
And Rachel. Yes, that beautiful couple. I don't know. She said, he got.
Calm down. You just get yourself all worked up about it.
He got some jealousy issues. So he
has some control issues.
Yes, and control issues.
Yes.
But I don't know. Who do you think is going to make it?
Well, I can tell you who I predict is not going to make it. So I don't think that Bao and Johnny
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
He's crazy. He's crazy.
That's the last they looked happy.
Yes.
I don't think that Brent and Ryan, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's their names. Yeah.
They're not gonna make
it
a shot.
He ain't into her. He ain't into her, and he can't force himself to be into her.
Why can't you? Like she's telling him, like
she's giving him the out so many times.
Yes,
like,
so many times, y'all.
I just want to keep trying.
And
he's
just trying to like not hurt her feelings.
Boy, please.
Yeah, and definitely not Zach and Michaela.
Whoa!
They said goodbye after the honeymoon.
Oh my goodness!
So,
all right. Listen, folks. During the honeymoon, okay, Zach came down with COVID.
Yep.
And she did not take it well. I mean, we understood her disappointment.
She said, "I got all these bathing suits. I got all these bathing suits that I bought.
No honeymoon.
And no honeymoon."
Huh.
Exactly.
You'd be sick some other time. Anyway,
but yeah, so you guys know that.
But wait. But no. We can't just skip past Zach and Michaela, okay? Because y'all need to see some stuff that happened just last week when Zach and Michaela had a conversation with. You ready for this? All right. Her name is Dr. Pepper Schwartz, and naturally they call her Dr. Pepper. Okay, but
So we have a clip.
She popping. Yeah, I think we do. Joey?
I felt so scared, so abandoned, so terrified, so traumatized, so mad. And I've not had that kind of feeling since my dad died. I was so afraid of him leaving. In my head, him leaving, him getting on the road, that equaled death to me. And I didn't see what we could have talked about inside of that bedroom that would make him get inside that car and leave.
Now, she's playing the victim.
You know what I'm saying? Listen.
She's playing the victim.
Listen, my heart went out to her. My heart went out to her until I remembered this.
Show him, Joey.
Now.
These conversations don't help. Like, it's time to move on. Let's move on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can literally, go home tonight. I honestly wish I would have driven up here by myself because I figured you do some like this. That way I wouldn't have to figure out a way back home because I don't want to ride back with you.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. So you're not gonna ride back with me tomorrow? If that's the case, I'm going to leave tonight.
Good. Bye.
No. I was making sure you.
Goodbye. Bye.
No, I came with you. I don't.
Go home now. I'll find a way home.
No, but we rode together. I can't just leave you.
No.
Come with me. It's okay. You can come with me. It's okay.
I don't like. Is there anything I can do to can I just leave? I'm begging. Can just let me leave, please? I can drive back, guys. I promise you. Please let me leave. I'm not mad. I'm gonna be very happy on the way home. Just let me. Thank you. Damn. I will text you guys immediately when I get home.
You gonna ride back with him? Get in the f***ing car with him.
I will.
Get in.
I will.
Then get in.
Okay.
Get in there right now. He's getting in the car. Ryan, if you're saying it's not helping, then get in the car with him. Because he's leaving.
There's nothing we can do to make him not leave. He's a adult. What are we supposed to do? Lay under the car? We were talking to him until that happened. There's a reason he's leaving, and that's the reason.
Zach, we just got one word of advice for you.
Go home now. Sounds like the victim.
Oh my goodness.
Zach,
Listen,
you dodged a bullet.
Listen,
You dodged a bullet.
They'd have to show me. They'd have to show me
afraid.
a whole lot more footage for me to
was in
get
fear.
that she isn't like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Like what? You told him to go home.
Go home now.
Oh my god.
And then you tore the place up. Okay, that's Hurricane Michaela.
Yeah.
Hurricane.
And her family says that's her nickname, Hurricane Michaela.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh Lord.
Anywho.
Okay, so 90 Day Fiance, y'all know that's our show.
Check it out. And by the way, not tomorrow, but next Wednesday is the decision day for them. So tomorrow, get yourself kind of acclimated to what's going on, and then
to follow up on Married at First Sight.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But on 90 Day Fiance the other way.
She was punching. Oh, yes, she was.
On 90 Day Fiance the other way.
Another fan favorite.
What's her name? Sumit and Jenny.
Jenny.
Yes. So Jenny was sick.
Sumit is Indian.
And yes, and his family has issues with her. So they want to teach her their culture and stuff.
Yes.
But,
so the mother decided that they should come and move in with them for a little while to try to help Jenny acclimate to the Indian lifestyle.
So she was sick.
And she got sick.
And they woke her up. And we have a clip.
And later you will clean your ears. You must clean your ears. Hold on. Better. Much better. And I don't know what accent that. From now on, you will clean your ears and you will do it much better than that.
So 90 Day Fiance is going tropical. And yes, we have a trailer for that.
I met my boyfriend on vacation in Jamaica. He works at a swingers resort on the beach.
Crazy stuff goes on here. That flesh is a weakness.
My fiance lives on a tropical island. I need to go down there to make sure this is the man that I want to marry.
I let Kay get away once, and I'm not gonna let that happen to me again.
I love you, but don't rush me.
Hallelujah.
I haven't seen my man in 12 months. I'm definitely getting late tonight.
Go inside.
We didn't use protection when we had sex in Jamaica. A month after I got back, I found out I was pregnant.
Is this your first child, or do you have some more kids with some more tourists?
Steven is a DJ. There are always people trying to throw themselves at him. I want Steven to give me a reason to trust him. If a man wants to be with you, he will make it clear to you, like diamond clear.
What? You on both now?
Hello, anybody home? Jeez, do you fit in there?
She's always at the hotel, but like, I live in the real Jamaica. This is my little bathroom right here. Cold water.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want us to be apart.
You are telling me if you don't move to California, this relationship finished.
Finished. We're over.
Why the is somebody asking you if you're awake at this time of night?
Don't know.
Steven cheated on me once. I told him if he ever does that again, I will leave him. He'd be lying.
You can get in my face.
What way?
I can't raise a baby by myself. You've given up nothing. A decision made in the heat of the moment, in paradise, it won't impact the rest of my life.
We both made a big mistake. I'm not going to be forced to get married.
You, Daniel.
Está loca.
I feel like I've been in the dark because I don't even know who you are.
You still don't see the problem.
Amber, relax, please.
And that look good.
Someone to care, someone to share, lonely hours and moments of despair. To be loved, to be loved.
So that
what a feeling.
So
to be loved.
that starts November 15th. So mark your calendars for 90 Day Fiance because we're gonna be talking about it. And
yes, and that's gonna start just before December when they will come out with their new franchise, 90 Days Crazy as Hell. Why you here? Go home, Yankees. We can't stand y'all. Ever since Trump. That's the new 90.
So thank you for watching us. Like, we'll be back next week, and we'll have more.
So listen, before we go, all right, you folks out there, we love you. Tell your friends about this show. If you like it, tell them about it. You know, then our stuff grows, all right? And we need y'all to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We need you to comment, okay? And
not just watch us, because we need your support. Okay, like, we're trying to build like this up, you know.
Yes.
So it's very important that
because
you
if you do that for us and we get sponsors, you know what happens? We get rich. No, you know what happens? We get better facilities because I'm tired of doing this in my living room, man. You know, these cats keep bothering. Shut up.
No, but seriously, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes.
Interact, and like I just think it's a really good show.
And that goes for each one of my relatives, each one of you. I'm telling you now, Kim, you come in here to see me. You better tell some people. You better tell some people.
Post it up on your social media.
I don't mean that. You do what you want to. You understand?
But make sure
you know our rule. You know our rule. If you enjoyed the show, tell your friends about it. And if you didn't enjoy our show, don't say nothing. Let them come here and get stuck the way you did. Bye.
Bye.